sweet souls. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. And as you know, it's Sunday. And on Sundays, I love getting out these cards and doing a Christ consciousness read. So that's what it's time for. It's time for messages to come out that Christ wants us to know. So let's take a look. Take a look at what Christ wants us to know for this week, for the sweet souls out there, for the collective. Oh, Christ. One more shuffle and we'll get to it right there. Let your light so shine before men. This is about being brave. It really is. That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So this is being brave. Being brave to speak your mind. Being brave to take action. Being brave to stand up for those, whether it be for children, whether it be for those who really do not have a voice, children in particular. And to be brave that your good deeds will be seen by others. To come out from hermit mode. I know what it's like being in hermit mode. And now I know that my voice is being heard. With everyone that subscribes, I know with every view that my voice is being heard. And for me, that was a huge step of bravery. I didn't have any social media. I stayed away from all sites, social media. I don't have any accounts. I didn't want to be heard. So this was huge. So when I see this card and I see the wariness on his face, I know this energy of to shine, of to let your light shine. I know that what I say might not resonate with some, it might even trigger some. But that's not stopping me. Every day, Force Fairy's gonna upload these stories. Every day, I'm reading the tarot. And not everyone understands or sees tarot as even something to pay attention to, right? But it's the way I tell my stories. So I understand this. I very much understand the act of being brave. And what does being brave mean to you, sweet souls? The energy that crosses this is let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Do not be afraid to tell people that you believe in God or that you love Christ or whatever your belief systems are. Do not be afraid. Because it's that fear that keeps you quiet. It's that fear that keeps you submissive. It's that fear, and I'm going to say it, that keeps you controlled. And the powers that be know this. Now, your higher self. Oh, yes. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. And that is temptation of, for me it was, I went through, before the launch of this channel, I pulled back so many times. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. And I would have a million different excuses as to why it's not a good idea. So I understand, and falling back into that temptation of fear, of my comfort zone, of your comfort zone, sweet souls, of I don't want to cause any problems. I don't want to have any attention for you quiet ones, for you meek and the mild. I understand. I really do. And I'll let someone else who's brave and boisterous and loud to you fight the fight. You fight the good fight. I'll just be over here. That's falling back into temptation. Temptation that you're weak. Temptation that you don't have a voice, that you don't have power. But you do. And you have to find it within thyself. Focus on foundation. Give. Yes. And it shall be given to you. And this is one of my favorite cards because he's feeding these birds. And we feed the birds here at the 100 Acre Woods. And I just and he's doing it by hand, where the kids are trying to do it by hand right now. You know, just holding out their hand. And so I really love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. And in comparison to this, his face is so worn. He has been walking for so many days. I feel in this card. I feel the heaviness of this card. And then the light. So just know that Christ went through a human existence. He was man. He knows all of the ups and downs, the emotional hills and valleys that we all go through. He knows the temptation. He knows the tired, the absolutely just exhausted feelings. And he had to then trust in God, trust in his Father, that he will be safe, trust in his angels, trust in his disciples. And he did. And we all know that one betrayed, right? I know that feeling as well. We all do. In the past, pray. I haven't seen this card come out in a read. Pray. Always. And for me, prayer is a conversation. It's a conversation with Christ. It's a conversation with God. It's a conversation with your angels. It's a conversation. It doesn't have to be sort of a set out prayer, like a Hail Mary or a Our Father. It's a conversation. In a true open heart, open mind. If you have questions for God, just ask. And then you might see some synchronicities, which would be the answer, right? So, in the future, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Pray always, well done. I love this. Credit where credit is due. How you see yourself with God. Yes, I'm loving that this is your card for this week. That with God, all things are possible. That you see, that you know, that you realize this fact. Now, this is how Christ sees you. Oh, yes, sweet souls, if you have faith, as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall be removed. So I really take this as faith, your faith, even if it's small as a mustard seed, you still have faith. And your faith in God, you have to really understand that the power of God is so imaginable that our human minds cannot even fathom it. We can fathom all sorts of things, but it seems difficult for us to fathom the love that God has for us, the unconditional love, because we have been taught and told that love has conditions. And it doesn't with God. It's unconditional. So, this is how he sees you. Hope and or fear. Heal the sick, that they therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of God has come nigh unto you. I see this, sweet souls, as a collective hope and or fear. There is a fear of sickness, and it's not just sickness of the mind, sickness of the spirit, sickness of the heart. There is a sickness that is going around, and it's not just the COVID. It's not of the physical body. It's really of a spiritual disconnect with Source, with God, with the light. And with that, healing that connection, healing that relationship. And that just simply means to pray always. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So, potential outcome. What things soever you desire. When you pray, which is right here, believe that you will receive them and you shall have them. So you want peace, sweet souls? Pray for peace. Take actions not to fight, not to separate, not to judge, not to do these things that the powers that be want us to be in fear, want us to be in desperation, want us to be without and having without loss. Oh, I lost my home, I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost my husband, I lost my kids, I'm in a sense of loss. That know that every challenge was delivered to you for you to overcome it, to find a way through it, to face that fear face to face, for you to get through it and to come out more powerful and stronger out the other side, to solve these problems. And not to let others dictate to us what we are to do, how we are to feel, where we are to work, where we are to go, for how long we go there, what we are to purchase, what we can or cannot purchase, where we can go, whatever. With power comes great responsibility. Yes, Stan Lee, right? So, bottom of the deck. That which you might not see. Again, another one. Ask, and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. Ask. Ask for forgiveness, you shall receive. Ask for salvation, you shall receive. Ask for peace. And this is all those that are watching. I want you to ask for peace. And then to take steps to do so. And it starts small. Just like this grain of mustard seed, it starts small. So that is to be kind. To find peace within yourself. In those battling mind games that we play in our own head. To quiet that down. To find peace in prayer. To believe and have faith in God. True faith. True faith. And then those small little acts of kindness. That's where it begins. That's where it begins, with small little acts of kindness. All right. Well, let's clarify and go deeper on with the tarot. Let your light so shine before men. So this is you shining your light, being proud that you are a spiritual being living this in this earthly realm, and that you know your connection with God, that you are a light of God. Oh, sweet souls. And it starts with forgiveness. It starts with forgiveness. When you forgive yourself first, and truly forgive yourself. There's no guilt, there's no shame. You truly forgive. I made a mistake. I went off my path. I got tempted. And you've forgiven yourself for the greed, for the ignoring that which you know is not good for you, but you still do it. You've forgiven yourself. Then you can start forgiving others. Oh, yes, indeed. Forgiving yourself for this win or lose. This is a win or lose card. Win or lose. That's it. Win or lose. And in the oneness deck, it really, that image in the oneness deck really speaks to this card. It is a pathetic, it almost looks like a desert. No life, no greenery, nothing. Just a desert. And a pathetic, when I say pathetic, it's sad, it's dirty, it's pathetic, trophy. And a couple little streamers like, whoo. An empty victory. Nothing. Just no fanfare, no congratulations. It's a very powerful Five of Swords for me out of all the decks that I work with, that I own. That one is so powerful, a visual for me, because that's what the Five of Swords is, really, energetically. And so to forgive yourself for having these false victories, these petty little, you won an agreement, you, I don't know, and it's I don't even like to give examples. You know what I'm talking about, sweet souls, because then I get into that energy and I don't like it. And it's just the winning at all costs. I don't care who I step on, what I say, what I do to get that W. Ugh. Ew. I just go, ew. So forgiving yourself for falling temptation to that, victim to that, right? Getting into victimhood, oh, I never win, is the other side of that, right? I'm such a loser. No, you're not. When things haven't gone your way, know that they weren't supposed to. You were supposed to take a different route. And you would keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. And more blocks were being put up and more blocks were being put up. And you weren't listening. You weren't praying. You weren't going deep within as to why is this not working? Because this is not your path. This is not the way. This is not within divine law. Okay. So then the question might be, what is? And this is why you pray. This is why you have conversations. So, higher self. Yes. Having victory over temptation and finding balance. Absolutely. Finding balance. And I'm hearing between head and heart. I'm hearing between if you see all losses as as wins, right? So I lost a job, but then another one came up and I love it. I'm not sure I would have loved that job if I had really persisted. It doesn't mean give up. There's no, I don't want to promote giving up. I just want you to be aware, sweet souls, of blocks, and then there's internal blocks that you put up. So that's like self-sabotage, right? Where you put up these blocks to self-sabotage yourself and then turn around and you can fall back into being tempted into fall back into victim mode. Yeah, that's not good either. It's still that same Five of Swords energy, but on the other side of the coin. The win at all cost side, but then the falling in self-sabotage victim mode. So it's really having success with balancing out the things in your life and having fun doing it, because the juggler also has fun. Oh, I've got a lot of plates on my plate. I've got a lot of balls in the air. Have you ever seen a juggler, like a real live juggler? They're always having fun. There's this energy of like, whoa, oh, you know, like they make you think they're gonna drop it. No, they don't, because they have practice, they have skills, they know their skills. You might not. You just saw them on the street, right? Or at a fair or whatever, wherever you see the jugglers, right? And so if you get into that really fun mode of work is fun, if you're having fun doing it, you're having success. You're having success and not feeling victim, not feeling falling into temptation of victim, of winning at all costs, of this Five of Swords. So, focus and foundation. Yeah, which puts you into, boom, Emperor mode. Yes. Yes, and the King of Wands, look at that. Give, and it shall be given unto you. So, the King of Wands for me is it's very Leo. It is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and I've got Aries right here. Aries is fearless. Aries energy, it's the first sign of the zodiac belt, and it is fearless. It really does just go, okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And it is willing to try. It is willing to do, and it is willing to fail because it knows it can get up and do it again, or do something else, or make a change, or practice more, or, whatever that means to you. But that Aries energies, and trust me when I talk about Aries energy, because I live with 2 Aries sons. They're Aries sons, and they're my sons. And so I know that energy. And then the Emperor makes decisions without second guessing. I love that. I'm a second guesser. I have second guessed myself my whole life, and I'm finally learning how to. And then I also have to remind myself to remember when you didn't second guess, you just knew. Let's get into that energy, right? You just knew. You just knew. Like I always knew I was going to have a daughter. I went through 4 sons to get her, but I knew. And it's funny because Aries is in my 5th house, along with Jupiter and Chiron. I've got Jupiter and Chiron in that 5th house. That 5th house. That's a Leo house, isn't it? Of family, of children, of fun, of adventure. And that Aries rules it for me, so I have to remind myself, what about when you did this, when you went there, when you went overseas? What did you feel then? Let's get back into that. That's Emperor mode. That's Emperor right there. And then leading those by giving what you know, giving your time, giving your information, your knowledge, your wisdom, giving it. And then it shall be given unto you, it's cyclical. Everything is cyclical. So in the recent past, pray always. You had your walls up. Wounded warrior, walls up. But there's a new opportunity moving forward with forgiveness. There's a new opportunity. You know what? I'm going to switch these. The reason being is because this wounded warrior here is going to go right beside this forgiveness card. And even though he's taking the time to pray, he's praying for a new beginning. The new beginning is right ahead of him. And ask and you shall receive. Right in between these 2 cards, that's that Ace of Pentacles. Well done. I love this card. Well done. And sometimes you just need to tell your kids, tell your coworkers, tell your spouse, well done. Well done. Well done. I like that. Oh, I got these upside down. I'm putting it right side up. The Queen, I've got now a King and Queen of Wands, of fire. Well done leading those. Well done inspiring those. Well done. Even though your mind told you otherwise. I'm going to put these side by side. The reason being is because the 5 of Swords also has worries. The 5 of Swords, winning at all costs, is that you're afraid of losing. For some of you, that fear. I don't want to be a loser. I don't want to lose. So I'm going to do anything and everything it takes to win, to have that win. That's worry and doubt. That's worry. Worry, worry, worry. But Christ wants you to know. Well done, Queen of Wands. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Don't worry. Put all your trust in God. How you see yourself? With God, yes. That's why the Queen is right above. While all things are possible, yes. With the Knight of Cups, all things are possible. And the 3 of Swords. You know what? This Knight of Cups is your future. This 3 of Swords is of the past. That even if you are hurting, God can heal, God can help. With the love of God, all of your hurt, all of your mistakes, all of your past heartache can and will be healed with God, with the love of God. And then this will bring out a healed heart. Healed hurt becomes wisdom, as my grandmother used to say. And that Knight of Cups is your creativity, is your heart opening, is you showing the world, letting your shine happen through your creativity, whatever that means to you. So this little grain of mustard seed, this is how Christ sees you. Oh my goodness, look at how he sees you. Interesting as being tempted. Absolutely. He's watching us be tempted with fear, with doubt, that there's no way I'm just a little mustard seed. I can't move mountains. But he sees that what makes you happy is your creativity. And do you see how I almost see this right here as him protecting your light, your shine, your sun, your happiness from the devil. That's what he does. Oh, and your hope and your fear is the wheel is turning in your favor. Absolutely, sweet souls. And this sense of loss, this sense of crying over spilt milk is nothing but devil energy. That's what that is. Emotional devil energy. This is mental devil energy. Absolutely. But the fives are challenges. And when you are challenged by a temptation, by the devil, this is when you have to rise above. Get that bravery, get that sun, get that happiness. Change the energy. You are an energy wielder. You can change the energy just with the change of your thoughts, your vibrations. This is fact. And the wheel is turning in your favor. Wow. Last card. What things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you will receive them, and you shall have them. You're moving forward, absolutely. Moving forward when you trust in the divine. And this is very fast. Fast energy right here. You are moving fast. And the Knight of Swords for me is the Knight of Integrity. He has knowledge. He has fast acting energy, quick mind, quick wit, fast. And backed with the Chariot, he knows, the Knight of Swords knows both his shadow and light self, with it being clarified with the Chariot, and they are making a move to take action. So whatever you desire, just know when you pray, and here it is right here, when you pray, believe that you shall receive. You will. Believe and you shall receive. And when you move forward with the Chariot, that is when you have surrendered to that of God. When you know thyself, both shadow and light. And here we have the happiest card in the tarot deck, the Sun, right here. Oh, yes, indeed. Ask and you shall receive, and your joy may be full with the Magician. You manifest your life with your thoughts, with your actions, with your heart, and with your boots on the ground, taking the steps necessary. Those are all four elements. Christ knows because Christ was a man. He did it in his life, didn't he? Absolutely. All right, let's get some angel numbers on this. I see 26. Flanking that temptation card. 26 is important for you to be in the company of people who lift your spirit. Absolutely. Step back from anyone who is making you feel small. Oh, that is a perfect message for that card. Any of those sad sack victim people, just step away from. Let them do their own work, their own shadow work. They're in shadow. Let them try to inspire them, but if they do not want to hear, they have to do the work. And it's okay to step back and be around those that lift you up. And you lift them up, and then you raise vibrations. It's fact. 959 is the next one I see. 959. 959. You are being called into action. That's what this last card was clarified with the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Heaven is guiding you to take your purpose and share it with the world. You have an opportunity to lead by example. Take it. Oh, sweet souls, take it. I see 5 all by itself. 5. And then I see 55, and then I see 59. Let's do them. Abundance is a state of mind. Yes, change your state of mind with that 5 of Swords. When you feel rich spiritually, your life, physical life, will reflect it. Absolutely. I see 55 and then 59. Let's do 55 first. Actually, 59 is right here. There's a chance for you to undertake a major spiritual growth at this time. Open up to healing information. Oh, open up, sweet souls. Major 55, major shifts are taking place in your finances and state of abundance right now. Know that opportunities to soar are coming your way. And any numbers that you see on my table, sweet souls, that I do not read aloud, those are personal messages for you. Get your book and take a look. If you do not have an Angel Numbers book, go to the description box below, click on the link, grab yourself a book for all future reads. Last one, 93, right here. Your higher self requires you to extend your meditation time in order to upgrade your energy system. And that's what I see for you, sweet souls. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.